Yo, thanks to all the new subscribers. Make sure you like, share, comment, and all that good stuff. It's the ROCSI GLENDONE channel, where we talk about music and just perspective and my personal diary, along with dropping, this new project called ROCSI GLENDONE Volume 1. But anyway, let's get into it off top, you know what I'm saying? On the last video I ended it talking about how the stars line up. How people talk about, the stars lining up. And it's funny because my whole story, the stars lined up as if people often, say we live in a simulation. But so from when I turned 16, during driving school when I was 15, all I listened to was Rakim. I remember the theme music to me getting my license was Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em album. I don't know why. It's just, that's what I was listening to. And also doing it with the R, Microphone Fiend. So, in 96, I had got my license. I was listening to Rakim. Nas had just dropped. It Was Written. And he kind of changed the game and changed the perspective of hip hop. I mean, as he did before in 94 and 95, he also did something different in 96. He kind of like brought fashion and brought other things into the equation, like marketing, without having any kind of like endorsements to do it. It was just, we're going to talk fly and we're going to talk about the fly things. Nas got a very deep history too. That's deep rooted in Queensbridge, from all the big names, the Fat Cats and Pappies and all them kind of guys. I mean, I'm sure Nas seen a lot of things and did a lot of things to talk about high-end fashion and high-end cars and things of that nature. So Nas along with Hype Williams being the big video director, putting all these things in videos, Nas kind of changed up the game. It changed up his content. And I think that's why, when Jay-Z talk about, one was about his albums, about, some of his albums being whack, I often would agree. I have to agree. I think you just can't top Illmatic. You can't top coming off that kind of high lyrically. His first album, and it was just dope. You know what I'm saying? It was just banana. Like the lyrical content was just dope. Even though It Was Written was dope. That's like my second favorite Nas classic. So as the stars lined up, I'm in the streets, I'm selling dope, and I just know I wanted to rap. So, I rap like any other kid. I rap. I had raps. But I listened to so much Nas and Rakim that and my family's also from New York, from Long Island, from Wyandanch, coincidentally Wyandanch. So Rakim's from Wyandanch. And I didn't know that until I had moved and got to Wyandanch from where I came from. I had recorded my first demo at my father's house. My father was a big singer in his time, and he had a studio. So I learned how to work the reel-to-reels and all that, and I started dibbling and dabbling in his studio, trying to be like Rakim and Nas. So I recorded my first project at my father's studio. And when I moved to New York, for some reason, I got involved in acting in movies. Started doing some acting, started doing some stuff around Malik Yoba from New York Undercover. And just so happened, my uncle was like, yo, Rakim's mom lived down the street. Why don't you take your demo to Rakim's mom's house on Brooklyn Avenue in Wyandanch? And I was like, word? Like Rakim, like Eric B. and Rakim, his mom lived right there? Like, my uncle was like, yeah. So I took my uncle's car and I dropped my first demo off at Rakim's mom's house. How ironic is that when we talk about the stars lining up? For some strange reason, I didn't get a chance to give him the demo. I know his mother did. His people got him the demo because the next day he was looking for me in Wyandanch it was Wyandanch Day in the park, and he was looking for me because my cousin Jamal had ran up on Ra, And Rod was like, yo, where your people at? So Rod was looking for me. I wasn't there. I was dealing with this guy named Steven Tynes that had did some stuff, I believe, with Cameo and Teddy Riley. And it was like a bad situation. It was a bitter situation. It was a studio I didn't like in New York, and I was moving all around the island trying to shop my demo with a female named Leslie, her brother Speed, people from Wine Dance down on Straight Path, my man Alvin Tony. It was deep. I mean, Alvin Tony had managed EPMD, and he had managed, I think De La. So he had managed like a couple rap groups. He was doing his thing. So I used to go up to Alvin Tony's shop all the time and just kind of like sit around and be, once again, a fly on the wall, a student of the game, trying to understand what I need to do to get in as a songwriter. So after all of listening to Rakim, it's just so funny that he was the very first person I took my demo to try to get heard. That was deep. So for those who have, people they look up to, or people they admire, or just the things that come out of your mouth, the things that roll off your tongue, I can honestly say from living my life, as I continue to tell these stories and talk, I can tell you, you do manifest some of the things you say. The tongue is powerful. It is a sword. If you want something and you work towards it, in one shape, form, or fashion, it will manifest in time.